I think that having a mixture of, young, up and coming, juniors or kids as part of it is massive. Thinking that that's where we were kind of, 10, 20 years ago when we started our journey, it's really important that, we're one, great role models, two, that we have that joy and we see that joy in them when they look up to us. But obviously for me, they're my kids in the campaign. So, part of me playing basketball and continuing to play with kids is to have them an environment with great role models and people that they can look up to and shape their kind of futures around. Whether it's in sport, whether it's out of sport, it doesn't really matter to me, but them being involved and stuff is awesome. So that was really special to me. And, every game we have, they're asking, are we going to be on the big screen? And, I don't actually think they then watch me anymore. It's just to watch themselves. So I think it's a really cool campaign and I think it's really important for the future of women's sport for sure. Yeah, we're a very new group. I think we're all very aware of that. So there's obviously a bit of a teething process around learning each other, learning how each other play, learning our system and all of those sorts of things. So for me, regardless of results and regardless of what happens as an outcome, it's just making sure that we're leading by example, building everyone up on a day-to-day and just getting everyone to buy into what we're trying to achieve. Understanding that it's going to come and we're going to, benefit from that. So just really trying to make everyone around me better and believe in themselves. For sure. I mean, obviously every team's goal is to win. We want a championship. That's why we're here. That's why we all compete. We're all competitors, so that's what we want. But outside of that, ultimately, we just want to be focusing on ourselves, building and continuing to build the culture and the foundation for the club, long term as well. So, regardless of what ends up happening within the season, championship is like a cherry on top, but, making sure that we're setting the club up and setting the next kind of seasons up so they can kind of come in next year and just continue on what we're trying to build now is really important. Everything. I think, as a player, as a fan of other sports, you feel how passionate you can get towards other teams and get around cultures and all that sort of stuff. So, for us getting out there and looking up in the stands and seeing, such a range of people coming to watch us, from young females to, grandparents and, people who play basketball, who don't play basketball, people stopping us in the street to say hi, and all of that stuff is really, really important to us, and it gets us really excited to play and to show up and be our best every day.